Good evening and salutations, my GH fans. It's kind of a lot. that was kind of a lot. Yeah, it's amazing. I sit there and I look at the previews and I look at the description and I have one thought in my mind about how I'm going to do this video. I done this many times that I can kind of map it out. But then you watch the episode and it just goes so left. It really threw me off. But on a positive note, before we get into all that, the new Molly, I gotta sit there and say, I am straight digging her. I really am. The scene that she did with Sunny, I was like, yeah, I'm good with Haley now. I don't think I need her back now. We go with this chick. Okay, we go with this chick. And I thought she already impressed me enough. I, I thought she already impressed me enough with John, but Sunny, got to sit there and say that might have been my favorite scene. Um, yeah, that was that was a little kind of. I didn't see that coming. Okay, long story short, when the doctors came in and told her that that baby didn't make it, that was a little kind of harsh to hear. That was a little kind of hard to hear. And granted, these are just fictional shows, but it still was just like, oof. Okay, so how am I going to sit there and do this review? Um, and eventually, the doctor tells the family. Molly comes in. Molly has to sit there and hit the aftermath. No, never mind. Um, let me rewind. Molly comes in there and talks to Christina, and Christina tells her that, and that was. I mean, granted, that was some good acting, but that was kind of rough. And then the family heard it. Sonny, Dante, no, not Dante. Sonny, Jordan, Alexis, um, and TJ. And I don't remember if it's somebody else, but they heard it, and that was rough. And then TJ, he was like, "I shouldn't be sitting there saying this." In my head, I was like, "Bro, I don't think you should probably say this," because I already knew what he was going to say. But Joe was like, "No, don't sit there and censor yourself." And he was like, "My first instinct is to blame her." He was like, "This sucks, and I know it's wrong, but I can't help how I feel." And logically, emotionally, I don't feel comfortable with this saying that, if we're going to be honest. Logically, steps had to be taken to get to that particular point. So I'm not saying that he's entirely wrong, because in all reality, she shouldn't have been there in the first place. But then I also don't feel right blaming a pregnant chick for losing her child. That's just, even on a fictional level, that's just really difficult. Um, but then at some point, Molly comes out and she goes straight in on Sunny. And it makes me think, while Christina was there to confront Ava, which she really shouldn't have been doing, I think there's enough blame to go all around, right? Sunny did sit there and file for sole custody. And Ava is not a terrible parent. She may not be a good person at times, and neither is Sunny. And when you really stop to sit there and think about it, neither one of them can really hold up to a lot of scrutiny, right? So Sunny doing that, you could sit there and argue, could have set this whole thing in motion, right? It has set that whole thing in motion. But then you sit there and think that Sonny was not in his right frame of mind. His medicine, everything like that was being tampered with by Valentine, right? So there's a lot of blame to go around. There's Christina, there's Sonny, there's Valentine. So yeah, I can't just sit there and solely blame Christina even before seeing this episode. Um, Now Natalia gets Blaze out of there, saying, listen, let the family just kind of just huddle up and everything. And although she doesn't want to leave, she winds up leaving. And they get into a talk. And what I can appreciate about this scene, right, is that Natalia is trying. Natalia is trying. She grew up in a different time period, but she wants to sit there and hear Blaze on why she loves Christina and what does Christina mean to her. It's not going to be an overnight process. I don't think that Natalia's the worst mother. I know people could sit there and look at this because I remember Dion was like, Blaze should have took a harsher stance, but she's trying. And I feel like as long as you have breath in your body, you can learn, you can grow, you can change. Not everyone does that, just little FYI, but it's possible. Um, Now before he got there, he was at the state. Well, Dante was at the station questioning Ava, and at some point Anna came in there, and Ava was like, "Should I be questioned by him?" My whole thing is, Ava, stop talking. Just stop talking. So Anna gets him out the room, tells him, "Be with your family." Chase comes over. He takes over. He's like, "Okay, you know what? You didn't like the way that he was questioning you. I'm going to question you now. Start from the beginning." But she just talks and tells her story while Anna's sitting there questioning Trina about what she saw. And she tells her exactly what she saw. What she said wasn't much. Now, after the question's over, there's a point where Trina's sitting there looking at Ava being questioned, and Chase is like, "Hey, listen, right now, maybe you should just not talk to her." She didn't hear that because she after she was done, she did talk to her. Um, and, Ava was like, "What'd you say?" She was like, "Well, I didn't really say much of anything because I didn't see much of anything. I just saw you close the blinds, and that was about it." So Ava was like, "Okay, cool. Let's go get some drinks or whatever. Let's go get some milkshakes or something." And Anna's like, "Yeah, she can go. You can stay though. No, we got more questions." And Ava was like, "I told you everything I need to tell you. I told you everything that I know. Like that's it." Which, by the way, she lied from start to finish. So the thing is, when Ava gets caught, not only is she going to jail, okay, but the one true friend that she wound up having is not going to want to look at her. Now, granted, if she just would have been honest from the get go, I don't know how upset Trina would have been. Because in all reality, it was an accident. Now, of course, if we're going to go into law technically, this is just my guess, I'm not a lawyer. I'm pretty sure the last time I checked, involuntary manslaughter carries a minimum of 5 years. So, yeah, that's pretty much going to be her sentence. But yeah, they now she's like, okay, all right, fine. Now I want to sit there and talk to my lawyer. Call him up, Scotty Baldwin. I was like, you should have been doing that from jump. Why are we doing this for? I don't understand that. But anyway, so yeah, Molly just goes in on Sonny and blames him for this whole event, this whole thing being his fault. And I can't sit there and say that she's entirely wrong. I feel like there's a lot of blame to go around, but I don't think that she's wrong. So Sonny leaves, and he goes upstairs, and he looks like he's about to jump. Which I looked at that, and I'm kind of just like, in all reality, I don't know if it would just end you. I think you would just be in a lot of agony. You don't look that far down, bro. You may be hurting, maybe paralyzed for the rest of your life, but you're not going to sit there and end things. Which I guess, in some ways, you could sit there and say maybe he deserves, but whatever. Um, Blaze does hit the news. She does feel better after having Natalia, treat her like a daughter and not just some prop that she wants to sit there and put on stage to sing and dance and sell money and tickets and stuff. So in a way, she did do her job as far as being a mother. Probably the first time we actually saw her actually have a genuine conversation. Um, yeah, the actress that's playing Molly, girl is killing it. She is killing it. So props to her. Now Alexis goes in there and tries to comfort her. And then she starts going into, I guess, what they call B-fib or whatever. So, yeah, there's that. So, yeah, all in all, I think that's pretty much about it. I was really cutting it short. I think there may be some more, but that is just the gist of the episode. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. If everything goes well, I should be able to do a live stream tonight for an hour and a half. I'm assuming 8:30. It's going to take me a good 10 minutes to do everything that needs to be done before the live stream. But all goes well. I will be doing a live stream, and just check the community tab so you can be updated on the time. Anything I missed, let me know in the comment section. I'll see you in the next video.